Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter Classic. Or maybe I should say welcome back, Hunters. Maybe I should try kind of differentiating that, because I think a lot more of the channel has moved into hunting than the survival games, although maybe they'll come back later on. We'll kind of see, but we are back in Red Feather Falls for just another hunt to explore and enjoy Classic. The first episode of this did amazing for the channel. I was quite taken aback by it, so I want to use that and just go in again and just enjoy my time back with a game I do quite like. Inventory-wise, we're going to stick with the bullpup, the 7mm Magnum bullpup rifle, and the 300 caliber bolt-action rifle. And then, so I have some new things I can let you guys in on as well when it comes to, like, how free-to-play is this game. It is vastly free-to-play. Like, you can buy the vast majority of, like, weapons, gear, ammo, etc. from, like, how it kind of works as a system, just from the in-game currency you can easily earn. Like, from our one hunt that we just did, actually, I could probably actually go and show you guys right now. So if we, okay, maybe I can't here, but I will take some more bullpup rifle ammo, just to have. Each, like, you get, you can tell this is the first video of the day, but you basically, when you buy ammo, it comes in, like, one stack of 10 units. So basically, if I move this over, you can see, it's only 10, and that's how each individual one is. That's about 68 GM, which is kind of the currency for the game. And as you guys might have recalled from the last episode, I think just a single elk actually gave us full amount to buy 10 more ammo, so it actually is fairly well open into letting you earn and get all of the ammunition and all the gear just from truly hunting and playing the game. Now, there are going to be certain things that are going to cost quite a bit more, such as, like, the weapons, certain gear, but it's still all stuff that you could truly get on your own just by playing and hunting over and over again, which is a very nice thing to see from a game like this, because it is kind of a grind-heavy one. I'd have to go into a different window to kind of show off all of the stuff there, and maybe if you guys want to see that in the next episode, you let me know in the comments, and I can show you my skills and the dirty details of the character I have, basically. But yeah, it is definitely something where you're going to probably be grinding quite a bit, but if you do enjoy a very grounded, realistic hunting simulator, and you felt like Call of the Wild's a little too arcadey and action-y almost, definitely check out the Hunter Classic. I can highly recommend it now that you can actually use, like, in-game currency to get stuff. And I don't think I have a way of being able to, like, show, probably not here, but there are also, like, missions you can take on, which have certain goals, and those will reward you with quite a bit of in-game currency as well. So there are a number of ways you can just basically play and unlock stuff, which is, in some games, kind of rare these days. So I'm very glad to see the Hunter Classic has taken that as its, like, mindset and pushed that out. So I love being able to come back to it, and with the microtransactions now having that option where you just play, earn up the money, and then you can unlock stuff, very big thumbs up to that. So I don't exactly have a goal for what we're going to be doing in this episode. I just want to get some more time out and about. Probably just head up here and do some roaming around. Red Feather Falls was easily the map I hunted the most on, just because it kind of gave me that British Columbia sort of feeling to me, like the Pacific Coast area. I mean, I think that also might be in part due to how it kind of is on the map here. Oh, right, that must be Timbergold Trails, so then, okay. Yeah, the two, I guess, are kind of together like that. That's another thing, too, is for the map here, like, you can actually see all different reserves without having to travel to them, so I think this is, Red Feather, Timbergold, I think this is White Hart Island, Settlers Creek here. This is a different one here. I can't remember what it is, though. Kind of like a bayou area. See, is that maybe like an Australian area? It could be. And, oh, maybe that's the bayou with kind of like the marshland there. And then here, I think, is Hirschfelden. Heimdall or Heimendal or something like that. And another area. There are actually probably some maps I have never even been on. Actually, hang on, there is another one too that should be, up here. There's Arctic map as well. There's again, all the maps are free to just go and hunt on. The biggest thing is just checking to see if you have the weapon that corresponds to the animal for ethical hunting. And I do wish there was more in-game information you could access for it, but if you do go into the shop page and you kind of click like the information for a weapon, it gives you a nice big chart rundown of this animal, ethical yes, no, etc., or this type of ammo, yes, this type, no. It's a lot more straightforward than how Call of the Wild can be, where it's like, this is a weapon class 1. Okay, what is all weapon class 1? Well, you gotta go in each individual animal and check. Oh. Hi. Wasn't expecting just to see you just randomly standing there. You are just a white-tailed doe. See, with the way the game is now, you don't actually get GM for hunting the does, so it's actually kind of a thing to just leave them be and try to find the bucks if you can. Like the males, the bucks, the bulls, what have you. So we're just gonna kind of go around her there. Okay, there we go. I thought I had a better spotting skill than that to take as long as it does. But we don't have to worry about her, so we're just going to, yeah, we'll just crawl or crouch our way over this way, let her go do what she will. And see if we can try to find something that will actually give us a little bit of currency for hunting it. Oh, no, I wanted to use binoculars. I think that was just her running off, but I don't know how she... Unless maybe the wind gave us away. That could be it. Well, it's kind of hard to tell the wind direction in the game unless you use like a wind indicator, and I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have one on me. Oh, but then you do have like hunting dogs I forgot you could take with you. Oh, there's actually vehicles now in the game too. Oh. Are you a bull? Yes, you are. You might not be the best looking one, but that won't matter too much. I think we're going to use our 300 here. Just crouch right down. Well, actually, you know, I want to try the bullpup. I don't actually know what all it's good for, like, well, it definitely looks like it has some pretty nice zoom with the scope. Okay, so that was probably a long shot, so now we'll actually have a blood trail to follow along for a bit. And then this is where, again, the tracking will really start to show off. I like the tracking in this much better than Call of the Wild. Right, that is just... I'm pretty sure that's just the doe's tracks. Oh, actually, maybe I don't have any tracking to do for the moose there, because it's already down. So I'll go up, collect, and while I'm here, might as well just do a quick reload to get the one back in. So it looks like I can... Oh, here, let me fully stock that. There we go. Yeah, so it holds 5 rounds per magazine, so that's not too bad, considering you get 2 full magazines before you'd run out. And then we'll collect him and see how much he's worth. I think it's probably each animal has a certain, like, currency range, and then the score of whatever the animal is will also impact the amount you would get from them. Well, I mean, not too bad for just a little wander around, stumbling across him in the middle of the open there. Now, there aren't things like need zones in the game like Call of the Wild, so it's not exactly like, okay, I know if I go to this area at this time, I'll find one. Not exactly. Calling, I think, is a lot more powerful in this version. So luring them in with those are probably a very good way to get yourself shooting opportunities. Yeah, so what do you give? Well, we'll wait for the score to see. 127 with a harvest value of 90. Okay, so he's not exactly the best, like, one we got. Let's just see. Right, I'm going to have to do that for a while. I can't remember. It says T for trophy player pose, but how do I... Oh, wait, that's right. Okay, so that... Okay, so this should technically be in edit mode. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, wait, I need a weapon, don't I? Ah, that's it. Okay, again, it's going to take me a while just to get the hang of things. And let's see. Ooh, what can we do with you? This is one of the fun things, too, I like, is even if it's a case of not getting yourself, like, the perfect exact look or anything, you still can have fun with the photo mode, which makes even, like, the smaller ranking guys have a little bit of humor to it. Okay, do I have a way of, like, going up or down? Oh, I do. Okay, that's what E and Q do. Let's do a little higher. There we go, ain't that a lovely photo? It's fun stuff like that, which I do. Okay, so, and here's the amount. Yeah, so, sells for 33 GM bucks, so that's... I don't think I tax normize. Okay, I see, so... The top option is if you have a trophy lodge, you can basically save the trophy. The bottom one is you sell that, and you gain. I don't think a dev would ever see this, but I think I'd maybe put a minus and minus, but then a plus down here, just so you know you're gaining, not giving. But there you go, watch you fade away from reality, and we'll continue on our way. But yeah, I wish we could get that trophy shot feature into Call of the Wild, because it just adds a nice little bit of fun you can have with it. Posing the animals and weird stuff, or just toss them in the air and then freezing and seeing what they exactly will look like and taking a photo. Okay, yeah, so this might have actually just been the whitetail that we saw earlier. But we can follow the tracks up and then we'll get much more information with it. There's just a lot of stuff that feels a bit more refined. That's probably thanks to the Hunter Classic being around for so long. Oh, and there was a mission already did. Oh shoot. I should have been a little bit more... Okay, I think it's... Actually, that might be a buck. We'll head up there and try to see. That's one thing I gotta be a little more focused on, is the animals in this are not as dumb as Call of the Wild. Because Call of the Wild does have it, so the animals seem to be a bit mentally lacking in some regards. There is also things that I found, like animals... They don't get as stuck as often, although last episode we did see there was the one elk, but they do get themselves out. That's something, is they do get themselves out of situations they kind of get themselves trapped into in a way. And there's actually supposed to be a tower near here, but I don't exactly see it. Maybe it's a little further still, like... Or is it just over this hill? Because I know one thing that... There was a problem with this map. Actually, I think both versions of the Hunter have a few map problems where you think you're right at a spot, but it almost seems like your GPS is off. Yeah, like, this is weird. It says there's supposed to be a tower here or around here, but I don't see anything. Yeah, so it still says whitetail. I guess I'm going to need to find a different kind of track before I can narrow down the gender of it. Which, I'm trying to remember, actually. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. There is your triangulation that I like more from this version than Call of the Wild. You have the dark ring, which tells you it has to be within this perimeter, and then you have the cone of direction of where it would be. So this is definitely the trail from the one that we just saw go running off. I'll just have to kind of go up in the direction it went and see if maybe I can see it again. Like I say, I couldn't tell if it was a buck or a doe, it just went running off a bit too quickly. But I think Call of the Wild has it where if it's just like 3 tracks in a row, then tells you everything like gender to the animal. Even though I don't think you'd really be able to pick that up. Or like get that much detail when it comes to that. Oh, there was a call. Okay, we got ourselves a whitetail up here. And let me just check my inventory to see what's the... Okay, that's the elk. Okay, so 5 is our grunt call, which we will be using. So it might... Actually, no, this was a new trail, so this wasn't the one that we spotted before. But one nice thing is actually where we are for where the call is, because we've got a very wide open area here to actually get some good line of sight out. So what I'm going to do is just kind of perch up here for a while. And then see if I can gaze out and see which one's coming in. It could even be that this is... Oh, well, speaking of... It actually looks like he's a pretty nice... Might not be a bad score, although he is very far to be able to get a good idea of. Actually, you know what? I think my rifle scope is actually better zooming in than... Yeah, better... Oh, yeah, actually, that looks like not too bad of one. Okay, we'll give him some time to come in. I'm just going to... Okay, now this might be a little difficult just because I don't know how the rock hitboxes can be. I think that was one issue with the classic version, is sometimes the hitboxes for the rocks seem to go a bit above, or you'd actually, like, sink into them if you tried using them as, like, a shooting position. I'll just try another call out and see if we can bring him into the open. But I found with this version, calling is a lot more potent because I don't think animals are as strict to having like a schedule of, I'm traveling to this need zone, then traveling to this need zone. It's more, we're just wandering around, and if something like comes up, such as a scent lure or a call, they'll be more vocal in responding and also coming in closer. I think Call of the Wild has it as more like a skill thing you'll... Oh, there it was. You'll unlock to know. Yeah, he's not too bad of one. He's not the most high scoring, but he's got a nice looking set of antlers on him. And he's actually not too far off, within 100 meters. Yeah, he's kind of like a stubby one, but he's got quite a few points to him, so only 50 to 130. There we go. And we'll just walk on over and take a look and see what he's like. But just from the moose and him, that very well may be like another stack of ammo. So, and it goes to show you, if you were to get an animal with every shot, or at least like hit the lungs, or actually lungs aren't too hard to hit. So yeah, I would say you could argue that, actually hang on, there's actually something here too. Are you a bit of mushrooms? You are. Yeah, these were actually, I think, just a little collectible that never actually like added anything substantial to the game, but it was just something you might walk across and find in the grass to pick up. But let's say you get an animal with every 2 shots, and so yeah, you could basically pick up 5 stacks of actually, could you? 2 for 1. Yeah, you could pick up 5 stacks of 10 ammo if you are able to get an animal down with every shot. And then certain animals might actually be worth enough to give you the full, full cost of an ammo stack. So, ooh, hardest value of 100 on that one. I guess that's because it was a heart shot instead of just the lungs. What do we want to do with you? Let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can have him leaning on us a bit. Oh. No, you kind of a little messed up there, and I think that's because I accidentally tugged on him. Someone's had a little too much to drink. But again, this is just the silly fun that adds a little bit more to it. So we'll take that. Yeah, so that's 20, so depending on how high the animal scores, it will give you more reward. So you could go and shoot a bunch of small scoring animals, but then you won't get as much money from them. But then there's also, it's basically like kind of pure luck on how good of a score animal you find. It's one of those, the longer you hunt, the more you'll spot like good scoring things and just take them down easily as you go about. I do got to just take a little look around. Oh! This is a different trail, because another nice thing is when you do harvest an animal, all of its trail disappears. So you're not exactly tracking an animal you've already gotten. And this is from a whitetail. So this is a different one than the one we just got. And okay, that might have just been me walking. Just want to take a look a little further along, just in case there might be anything around the water. Actually, I don't know now if animals actually have, like, drinking animations or not. I can't remember if they just kind of, like, roam around until you find them, or they do have some idle stuff they will do. I know they can sleep, they don't really socialize. I'm trying to remember actually what all was in the Hunter Classic. Again, from the years it's been, I have a lot of stuff to learn again. Okay, so here's another track. Got a better view out there. And I mean, as much as I'd like to go bow hunting, I think the problem with this is I'm not good enough of a shot, so it could well turn into getting, like, a lot of body shots and the animals just completely run off and it takes forever to track them down. If I was doing a stream, I would have no problem doing that, but when I have to, like, condense these into videos, I prefer not to, just because then you guys don't see just, like, all these cuts of, oh, this to this to this to this, and it gives you this false impression of how the game actually might play out. Here, you gotta sit back, relax, and see how it all unfolds. Okay, just saw birds flying around there. Okay, that is me I'm just hearing. But with this third track, we should get some triangulation to know better where he's exactly going and how long it's been. If we can find another track, that is. I do admit one thing about the cone system is it could actually be anywhere in that cone, and sometimes even beyond it. But yeah, I'll just go for a few more minutes, see what we can find, and then we'll end the episode off. Surprised how much noise I make. I wonder if that's because of the type of clothing I have. I should actually take a quick look into clothing and see. Okay, yeah, there are some things, but it's not exactly like a nice chart, like how the game has kind of handled some other stuff. But we'll take a walk, because there are sometimes cases where you'll find a herd of deer, where you'll have a buck or two and some does trailing with it. Although, I see somebody else, and I think it's a bear. Yeah, I don't really have the speed crawl or the speed crouch like in Call of the Wild. There was some movement over here, and I just can't see because the reeds are there now. But hopefully we can approach a bit cautiously, because the black bears in this game are very skittish. It's hard to get close to any of them. Okay, so he's more in the see, yeah, those reeds are right in the way. I can see from here, and it does look to be a bear. Yeah, just waddling up over there. Oh man, if it wasn't for the reeds popping in there, I'd go for the shot, but I'll just have to... Oh, well, he has come to a bit of a stop. It's actually... I mean, exploiting the graphics programming in the game, but we'll use it to our favor here. Just follow along with the crouch, because we can see where it exactly is. Looks... Nice thing, too, is, unlike Call of the Wild, where the animals... I mean, they do have some coat variation, but in this one, the black bears actually have, like, 4 different normal coats to them. There's, like... There's blonde, there's black, there's, I think, cinnamon, I think even a brown. It's kind of interesting that for being named black bears, they have such a range of, like, a fur pattern or fur coats to them. But if we just stay crouched and approach slowly, maybe we'll see him or her coming out on the other side of the reeds, and be able to try for a shot on him. Or it. For some reason, I just quickly assign a gender. I don't know why. I think it comes down to Monster Hunter, and you just kind of take, from the look of it, you think it's kind of this or that. Okay, where are you? We'll just get up to the top of this little hill. And I think because we've been crouched going this far, we might not have been picked up yet. See, the reeds are so thick here. I don't think I'll actually be able to spot him unless it, like, walks out. Oh! There you are. Now I'm going to have to take from this position. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually a better shot in this than I am in Call of the Wild. Then again, Call of the Wild, I was using more like the archery stuff. But we'll head over, collect her. I am curious about how she's going to rank, because I don't know if bears would... I think they fall differently than the does, where you can actually get a score off of them. We'll just get our way across. And now, there's no swim... Actually, I think it's easier to actually travel around water than in Call of the Wild, because you actually get a fairly good amount of depth you can travel through if you're going to, like, go across rivers or streams or that. It's not a bad way to finish off this episode with getting our third animal. There she is. Yeah, so black bear, but very brown kind of color for the coat. So let's see what you got for your score. Ooh, left lung liver. Okay, so harvest value of 100 again. Score was 14. So I don't know what that's going to exactly rank as. So let's get that out. Let's go for... I mean, not casual. Let's do humble again, because I kind of like these ones where... Oh, see, I wonder if maybe that's actually something you can buy in the shop, is getting those poses for these shots. Because is there a way to actually, like, lock it in place? Okay, now all you basically do is backspace and it completely drops it. So there's not really a way to, like, pin it super well in place. I guess we'll try from this angle, because I think it's going to be hard to turn her for the little pick. Let's do that. Okay, maybe that like that. Bring myself over this way. Okay, spin around. And because, yeah, easier to do this because you're actually dragging them on the ground than it's thinking something else. And we'll accept that. Yeah, so that was only 26, so definitely the higher scoring animal, it actually will give you more funds for it. But with that, we will end this episode of the Hunter Classic right here. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode series. I do like having the Hunter, like, even if it's only once a week, it's just something as a nice wind-down game where you can sit back, relax, enjoy the sights, and just listen along. So, if you guys have any ideas of where you'd like to see me go next, or what I should try hunting next, let me know in the comments down below. And until I see you in the next video, survivors and hunters, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.